Finally, the year is nearly at an end. It's time to look at my top 10 Pokemon cards of 2020. Let's go. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon fans. Welcome to another PlaySkape Games video. And today I am thrilled that 2020 is nearly over, but it has been an amazing year for Pokemon cards, as we all know. There's been so many amazing releases. Saw the release of the Sword and Shield era in English. So many amazing Japanese promos, you know, Shiny Star V, best set of the year. Just so many wonderful things. And yeah, this is just a little top 10 list of my personal top 10 favourite Pokemon cards. Not for tournaments, not for, you know, investment purposes, just my personal, like, you know, top 10 list from all English and Japanese Pokemon cards that were released this year. I kid you not, there was like 20 to 25 cards on my shortlist. To narrow it down to 10 plus a couple of honourable mentions. It wasn't fun, but yeah. So let's get straight into it. And our honourable mentions. Here are some of the honourable mentions. I wanted to put more, but you know, these four in particular, they really stood out. The full art Pikachu Sword and Shield promo from the figure collection box. I much prefer the Japanese version, so this one didn't make it into our top 10. The Japanese version came out last year. It was the first ever Sword and Shield promo in Japan. I absolutely love it. Beautiful full art cards. It's got all the starters on it. Pikachu, very popular. It's rising up in price, so if you can grab those boxes, get them whilst you still can. Full art Pikachu V, it just reminds me of a, you know, like one of those Japanese old promos like that we used to get, like release promos. And it's just in a set, it's in Vivid Voltage, and it's super underrated still, even at the price point. So I really love the artwork on this as a Pikachu fan. Charizard V regular art, I think it's just classic Charizard. You know, it's very affordable, very available. The Darkness Ablaze one, absolutely love it. And last but not least, the Gengar from the promo box from the pin boxes, the Sword and Shield promo, and it also released in Shiny Star V as Japanese. I just think the artwork on this is just lovely. It's just classic Gengar, you know, beautiful, very clean artwork, very colourful, and definitely one that all Gengar collectors should probably have in their collection. But let's get straight into the main list. At number 10, it's Celebi, Amazing Rare from Vivid Voltage. So I was thinking, like, should I put one of the Japanese Amazing Rares in here? But I think, like, if you are going to put one of the English ones in a list of my favourite cards from 2020, it has to be probably Celebi, I think, because the yellow border does not affect this card in any way, shape or form. I think the yellow border actually enhances this, because one of the main criticism for the Amazing Rares when they got brought into English, oh, the borders look horrible with yellow border. But I think Celebi looks great. It's not an overly powerful card for tournaments, so it's still very affordable. You can still get it around £10, like $13 in the UK at the moment. So I really like Celebi Amazing Rare, and I'm just looking forward to seeing if we get any more Amazing Rares in 2021, because this has been a really nice addition. Like the texturing of the use of colours, the foil pattern on these Amazing Rares are absolutely just beautiful, and we need more Amazing Rares. Please give us more Amazing Rares. At number 9, it is Milotic from Rebel Clash. So I love the fact that this year they've completely just knocked it out of the park with the full art V Pokemon from the regular sets. So as we all remember, in 2017, 18, 19, when we had the Sun and Moon era cards, the full art Pokemon, the full art GX Pokemon, they have these really sort of very plain backgrounds with just the colour of the typing, and good lord, and in the case of the dragon types, this awful browny greeny sort of baby poo colour that they used for those backgrounds on those GX Pokemon, they were awful. But they've absolutely knocked it out of the park with the Sword and Shield backgrounds. Each V Pokemon has a unique artwork and unique background for the full art Vs, and each one stands out. And Milotic in particular is a popular Pokemon. I just love the use of the blue, the green. The background is absolutely gorgeous, and there's going to be another Sword and Shield Pokemon in this list, so keep an eye out for that later. And number 8, the Charizard pre-release Build and Battle promo, number 66 from the Vivid Voltage Build and Battle box. So I think this is probably the best English Charizard art of 2020. So a card that's released in both English and Japanese. This is probably my favourite Charizard, English Charizard this year. I just love that he's flying towards. It's very much an action pose. It's very Charizard. It's not even a word, but very Charizard-y. And it's also got like a slightly limited release compared to say like the Charizard from VMAX from Darkness Ablaze, or any of the other Charizards that come in the sets this year. Because it's only in the build and battle box, there's only a 1 in 4 chance to pull it from a build and battle box, and you can't get those build and battle boxes now for less than like £60, maybe like $90 in the UK. You might be able to buy them cheaper in the US, not in the United States, but the artwork on this is lovely. And then also you've got the added bonus that you can also get staff versions as well, and they're just going crazy at the moment. So I love this Charizard. It's got a slightly unique release. It's not going to be reprinted. It's not going to be reprinted. Like even if they start reprinting Darkness Ablaze or Vivid Voltage, they're not going to be reprinting these build and battle boxes anytime soon. So I just love this Charizard. It's definitely a worthy Zard inclusion at number 8 in our list. Number 7, oh my goodness, the Shiny Ditto V from Shiny Star V, S4A, the Japanese set. So I would have loved to have put more Shiny Star V cards in this top 10 list, because it's the best set of the year easily. And we should be getting this Ditto and all of these cards in Shining Fates next February, so make sure you keep an eye out of that. PlaySkapeGames.com will be, and keep an eye on the Facebook page. We're going to be doing pre-orders as soon as we get more information about our we're going to be doing more pre-orders once we got some more information from our distributors and stuff. But about allocation, it's going to be heavily allocated. But I love this Ditto. It's the first time ever we've seen Ditto as a card in his shiny form. Obviously there's Ditto VMAX as well, but I just prefer the art on this regular Ditto V full art. It's just beautiful. I love his little derpy face. Like, you just zoom in on that face, and I love it. I love it. It's just simple. It's beautiful. It brings out a lot of joy, and it's probably going to be, for many years to come, the #1 Ditto card that you need to acquire as a Ditto fan, because we haven't really had any super expensive high sort of chase cards for Dittos. Maybe like PSA 10 Fossil First Edition Ditto Holo, maybe maybe some of the EX series sort of mid-series Dittos, but there hasn't really been any kind of sort of like chase Dittos, and this one's absolutely beautiful. I love this Ditto, and it's going to be very popular when Shining Fates comes out. Number 6, it has to be Kanazawa's Pikachu. So this was given out for people all over the Pokemon centers, not just at the Kanazawa, the new Pokemon Center in Kanazawa in Japan, but all of the Pokemon centers. You went to the store, I think you bought, it's normally always the same, you buy 5 booster packs, and you get this card, and it's absolutely gorgeous. They also released a version that went in the Kanazawa box. If you click the link above, you can see me opening the special Kanazawa box, and it's like a reverse holo version. But I absolutely love that this one has got the stamp on it. It's got the Milotic. See, it's Milotic again, like from number 9. It's got the Milotic in the stamp. It's very much more. It's more obviously tied in, and I just love the the use of colours, and it really pops on the holo foil patterns. So. I absolutely love this Pikachu. It's probably the best Pokemon Center promo of the year. For a holo card, like for a Pikachu card, probably. I absolutely love it. It's a gorgeous card, and I've acquired many of these to get graded whilst they're still affordable and available. Because if you think about it logically, Red's Pikachu, you could get those for $5 when they came out in 2017. The one with Red and Pikachu, and they're like $50 a card. So if you want this card, don't wait to buy it. Like, don't give it a year, don't give it 2 years, just buy it now. Like, buy these cards as they come out. That's my #1 tip for you. If you're a Pikachu fan or a promo collector, or an investor, or someone who wants to get cards graded, just buy the cards as they come out. They're never going to be ever cheaper than at the bottom floor of when they're first available and shoved on eBay en masse. But before we get into our top 5, please remember, if you're watching this video, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below. Do you agree with my top 10 list? I would love to know what you think about this. Like, it's been a big year. There's been a lot of cards that have come out this year, and I'd love to know what you think. So please continue to support the channel. Thank you very much. And a little break. And here's our top 5. Number 5, a very interesting inclusion. Not many of you probably would have seen this come in. The Sableye V. Full art from Sword and Shield. So you remember earlier I was talking about Milotic, about the use of colours and stuff. Well, Sword and Shield was obviously the first set, the Sword and Shield base set that came out like February of 2020, and obviously we saw the Japanese card list before, like I think December or January time. But this Sableye, oh my goodness, when I first saw this card, I could not believe that this was just a regular card in the set. It looked so good. I almost thought it was like a promo, or you know, it was going to be like a secret rare, kind of like alternate, but it's just a regular full art V Pokemon that was replacing those, you know, those ugly GX full art cards that I was telling you about earlier. And I'm not a fan of Sableye. I just know, hold hand. I've never really played many decks of Sableye before. I've not really ever been a fan of the Pokemon itself, but the use of colours and the use of, you know, in this card, the backgrounds, the purple, the contrast for the red, and I just love this card so much. And unlike the Milotic, I don't think this card's underrated, because I think Milotic has a lot more fans. It's sort of a pseudo legendary type, you know, and it had that whole thing of, you know, trying to find the Feebas and things. And Sableye doesn't have as many fans as Milotic, I don't think. But I just love this card. It's my favourite full art V Pokemon of 2020. It's very close there with Milotic and Pikachu. Butterfree V is another one of my favourites. But this Sableye is just absolutely gorgeous. I love this Sableye. And yeah, I probably should acquire one for my personal collection at some point. I put it in a deck and I played with it, and I thought it just got a bit damaged now, so have to pick up one of these Sableyes very soon. Here we go. Number 4. It's the chunky boy himself, Pikachu VMAX Rainbow Rare from Vivid Voltage. Finally, like, let's see if we can get it in screen at the same time. Finally, you know, they managed to do something a lot better with the V Pokemon, the Rainbow Rares. So like from the GX Rainbow Rares, none of them really stood out. Obviously people collected Charizard, obviously people collected Umbreon and their favourite Rainbow Rares from, you know, from the Sun and Moon era, but nobody really there was very few people that really appreciated the artwork. But, you know, the Rainbow Rares, they just stand out so much better. And this is not just the, you know, the Rainbow Rares from, not just specifically this Pikachu, but like if you think about the full art supporters, some of those full art supporter Rainbow Rares, they look absolutely gorgeous. Lots of other Pokemon as well, like the starters, Cinderace, Rillaboom, and Teleon, they look amazing. Like what they've done is they've sort of made them a bit more, the outlines of the Pokemon, they look a lot nicer now. And I'm looking forward to seeing in 2021, you know, more Rainbow Rares that are as awesome as collectible as this Pikachu. And this Pikachu, and specifically, like, this is probably my favourite sort of card of 2020 that you can just get from regular English booster packs. It has an actual element of rarity to it, unlike, you know, Sableye V, Milotic and stuff. So a store opened around 2,000 packs, and they only pulled 2 of these. So it's roughly a 1 in 1,000 chance to get this Pikachu Rainbow Rare. So it's actually got an element of rarity. It's very similar to the Charizard GX Rainbow Rare from Burning Shadows, but that was a much smaller set, so you probably could open a similar amount of cases and maybe get 1 or 2 more over those 2,184 packs that they opened. But you know, unlike Champion's Path, you know, the Charizard V shiny, and like, you know, you open like 100 packs of those probably, and on average you might get 1 of the 2 Charizards. You can't even get Vivid Voltage packs at the moment. Champion's Path has just been reprinted like crazy amounts. You know, this Pikachu has rarity, has everything going for it. It's beautiful. I'm a Pikachu fan. It's going to stay in my personal collection forever. And yeah, I'm surprised that you can still get them for 150 to 200 pounds, considering, you know, how awesome the card is. But yeah, Pikachu Rainbow Rare VMAX is my number 4. Very happy with that one. Number 3 is Charizard Illustrator, the Charizard 143 Japanese Sword and Shield promo from the Illustration Grand Prix contest. It's not called Charizard Illustrator, but it's like, you know, Illustrator, because people like to use Pikachu Illustrator as a name. The artwork, I absolutely love the artwork on this. So this was a contest held in Japan earlier in the year. They had to choose from like 4 or 5 different Pokemon, and the winning design was this Charizard. And what I love about this card, it's got awesome artwork. Like, you know, Charizard in a stadium, he's ready for a battle. You know, he's getting himself like pumped up and stuff. And I just love the use of colouring and like the fire on his tail and stuff. You don't often see. I don't normally like the Charizard cards where you can just see Charizard's ass, like the Shining Charizard when he's flying away and stuff. But this one I really like. And it's got a limited release as well. You can they did reprint these promos to give out in Japan, but they're not going to be continuously reprinting them like week on week out. And at the moment, I think you can get them for around £15 to £20 on eBay, maybe about $20, $25 if you shop around. And it's still a bargain. It's still an absolutely crazy bargain, because it's unlikely this card's going to come in English, because the Gardevoir from last year's Illustration Grand Prix promo didn't come in English. And also this, if you can't really include this as a blister pack promo very easily, because this was like a unique artwork done by the illustrator person. You would have to stick this to make it holo rare if you're going to stick it in a blister pack. I have no idea how or where they would put this Charizard that would fit in, you know, that would fit in with the English release schedule. I mean, they might happen, they might release it in English, but for now, it's only in Japanese. Beautiful artwork, it's Charizard, it's Stonks, limited release. I just love this card, and yeah, it's number 3. It's a very well, you know, earned place, number 3 on my list. Number 2, oh my goodness, the Players Ceremony, number 127 Sword and Shield promo. This card is absolutely gorgeous. So if you see there, you can see there's a whole bunch of Pokemon alongside Pikachu that are featured in some of the tournament decks like of the year. You know, got Galarian Zigzagoon was in the Goons deck, and in Eternatus, you know, Eldegoss V, Grookey in the Rillaboom deck. Like Pikachu is basically like alongside a lot of his friends from 2020 from some of the decks that we saw. And, you know, probably from all of the cards on this list, this is probably the rarest card, I would say, out of all the ones we've talked about today. And it's definitely the most expensive. Currently, it's around £300, $400 US. The only way you could get this card is if you got 30 championship points playing in tournaments in Japan during a very limited time. I think there was only like 5 or 6, or a very small time window of like maybe 2-3 months where you could actually play in tournaments to get the 30 championship points. And then Pokemon in Japan, they would send you this card alongside a stamped Professor's Research card, and very limited. Obviously, most Japanese people like to they like to hold on to their promos. I can't obviously speak for all of them, obviously, but from what I've heard from other collectors is that they're very reluctant to sell like gifts and things that they've earned. So not many of these are even for sale. And I think even if you can get them now at £300, I'd highly recommend picking one up, because beautiful artwork, very limited release. Probably the most limited release out of all of the cards on here. And just, yeah, Pikachu, all the starters, very much a Sword and Shield card. I absolutely love Players Ceremony. And here we are at my number 1. So this is the Pikachu 124 Sword and Shield promo from the Pikachu campaign, from the S4 Volt Tackle set. So this is a very interesting one. So this card was only available in those special booster packs that you could, like, I think there are 1 or 2 card booster packs, one card booster packs that you could get when you purchased Volt Tackle S4 booster boxes in Japan. And this was quite an easy one to pull. So there was 5 cards. Obviously that's for like alternative Pikachu VMAX, where he's going like that, is a beautiful one. But I absolutely love this card. It's just beautiful. So Sao is one of my favourite artists. You know, you can see the Pikachus in the background, the use of colours, like they even got the little Pikachu logo there from the campaign. It just has everything, and you know, it's also unlikely that we're going to get this one in English. It's quite a slightly limited release, probably not as limited as the Players Ceremony or the illustration Charizard, but it's still a beautiful card. The holo pattern really pops out on this, and personally, this might not be everyone's, might not even be in anyone's top 10, but for me, having seen the card in person, having, you know, knowing about it, looking at it, seeing the little Pikachus like hiding in the tree trunk in the background, it's just gorgeous. I love everything about this card, and it is by far my number 1 favourite card of 2020, and I am going to definitely keep one in my collection when I get it graded. But that's my list of top 10. I would love to know what your list would be. It's just also a little side note from these cards. You can notice like how many of the top 10 cards were unique Japanese releases or just Japanese cards in general. Japan really is just killing it at the moment. Like, you get like so many beautiful promos. In fact, I think those 3 promos, the Players Ceremony, the Charizard and the Pikachu, were all released in like the last 5 or 6 months only. So very, you know, very limited window. Japan just has so many amazing things going for it, and who knows what they're going to do. They're going to do something crazy for the 25th anniversary probably next year in 2021. Do you remember like 5 years ago we got that Team Rocket case with the alternate art, you know, with the beautiful cards, the beautiful Team Rocket scheme, and the, you know, here comes Team Rocket cards. We've got the Mario Pikachu boxes, like awesome limited stuff. So please make sure you keep an eye on websites like PokeGuardian.com next year, and, you know, keep an eye on the releases of Japan, because if you don't get this stuff when they come out, you see the prices of Mario Pikachu and that Team Rocket case now, like it's a no-brainer. Japan is killing it at the moment. But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts. What was your top 10 like? Were there any cards that I should have included in my top 10 and my honourable mentions in this list? I would love to know what you think. Please remember to smash that subscribe button, leave a comment below, and keep supporting the channel. And this year has been amazing. We got to 1,000 subscribers, and we're now like very close to 1,700. So it's just been going absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for your support, Pokemon fans and fans of PlaySkape games. It's been absolutely incredible. Have a fantastic new year and an even wonderful 2021. I look forward to seeing you at a live event or Comic-Con or something in 2021. It would be absolutely amazing. I can't wait. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon, Pokemon fans. Gotta catch 'em all.